Hello again, guys. It's Yako Chia. You're back with another video, guys. Sorry I haven't been uploading for the past is it 5 days or so? Yeah, we've been having a storm this side, so yeah, the power was out, so we finally got some power back. So, guys, this is a new what if video. I'm gonna be posting a series of like new what ifs, about two of them, which is this one is the first one, and the second one might also come tomorrow. I'm not really sure, but I'll see what I can do about that. So guys, this is what if Naruto was banished from the Hidden Leaf Village, part 1. Um, so let's get straight into the video. So guys, we're gonna start this video off at the Valley of the End. Naruto and Sasuke are currently fighting at this point. So Sasuke, he's using his curse mark stage 2, where he's like those wings and everything. Naruto is using like 2 tiers of the Kyuubi chakra at this point. So the Kyuubi in this what if is gonna be a female. Yeah, you'll find this later on into the future, so yeah, this is a spoiler. So Naruto and Sasuke are fighting at this point. Naruto is like trying to force Sasuke to come back to the Leaf Village, but Sasuke doesn't want to come back. And Danzo's spy, Sai, he's like watching from a tree, close to the Valley of the End, like seeing the fight. Because Danzo told him, to go and like see the events to see how powerful the Uchiha and the Kyuubi bread are at this point. So it's time for like for the final move where Sasuke charges his Chidori. So the Chidori is like an alteration of the Rasengan. So yeah, Naruto charges the demonic Rasengan as he charges at Sasuke. Sasuke seeing Naruto coming, he jumps over Naruto. So Naruto has no time to react to this as Sasuke then goes behind Naruto and stabs him in the back, like by almost by the heart. Naruto, the Kyuubi cloak fades from Naruto as he drops down. Is Sasuke thinking that he killed Naruto, his eyes change. They then start like rotate like spinning. As they spin, they then activate the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan for Sasuke. Sasuke, takes out a kunai as he feels the pain in his eyes. As he like shows the kunai to his eyes, he sees the Mangekyo Sharingan. Sasuke does not even waste time, as he continues like on his road, to Orochimaru. Time skip. Kakashi is rushing to the Valley of the End with Pakun, his ninja hound. As Kakashi is rushing, he sees Naruto on the floor of the Valley of the End, on Madara's head, blood all around. Kakashi doesn't even waste time. He grabs Naruto and rushes to the village. Time skip at the village. Kakashi arrives as he heads over to Tsunade's office, where Tsunade, starts healing Naruto. But as she's healing Naruto, she then discovers something, like a seal of some sort, which is on Naruto's heart. Tsunade then calls Jiraiya to come and see what the seal is. As Jiraiya starts to read through the seal, as Jiraiya then says, I really don't know what the seal is. So Tsunade then stitches Naruto back up, saying that we'll tell him about it, later on. But unaware to them, Naruto was awake during the whole procedure. His mind was awake, not sleeping. He heard everything that was going on around him. So in Naruto's mindscape at this point, Naruto has appeared in this mindscape as he walks over to the cage of the Kyuubi. Naruto then says, Kyuubi, are you there? As Kyuubi then opens its one red eye. So it glances down to Naruto. Huh, Brad, what do you want? The Kyuubi says. Naruto then says, huh, I never thought I'd be asking this, but can you train me? Naruto asked the Kyuubi. The Kyuubi then, smiles as he's like thinking of an opportunity, to like take Naruto, and destroy the leaf. So the Kyuubi is gonna try to manipulate Naruto, but Naruto's not gonna know. The Kyuubi then says, huh, why would I train you, brat? Naruto then says, oh, if I die, you die. The Kyuubi then says, then chuckles at Naruto and says, huh, very well, Brad, I'll train you. So Naruto then smiles and says, thank you. As he then heads out to his mindscape as he wakes up. With Tsunade. Tsunade has been called, into the council chambers. As she goes into the council chambers. The civilian council, are saying like, Naruto has failed, this demon rider has failed to bring back the Uchiha. He must be banished from the Hidden Leaf Village. So Tsunade is like, what? You can't banish Naruto. Tsunade says, I'm the Hokage. I'm not gonna allow it. But Danzo went behind Tsunade's back as he told the Fire Daimyo that Naruto is a danger to Fire Nation, to the Fire Nation. He might cause some instability if he loses control of the Kyuubi. So the Daimyo agreed to banish Naruto. So Danzo then saw Tsunade the paper stamped by the Daimyo's signature. Tsunade just sighs and she then says, very well, I'll tell her, because she doesn't really want problems with the village, because like the villagers hate Naruto. With Jiraiya comes through the window, as he sees Tsunade there. Jiraiya then says, oh, Tsunade, I'm here to take Naruto on a training trip for 3 years. Tsunade then says, denied, Jiraiya. Jiraiya then says, what? What do you mean denied? Jiraiya, Naruto is being banished from the Leaf Village. Jiraiya then says, what? Those ungrateful bastards. After the sacrifice of my student, you don't even give him his son a glance, Jiraiya says. So Tsunade then says, I guess I'm going to have to tell Naruto, Tsunade says to herself. Jiraiya then says, I wonder how the boy will take it, Jiraiya says to Tsunade. As they both nod. Time skip. At Naruto's home, an Ambu comes through and knocks on the door. Naruto opens the door and sees the Ambu. You've been summoned by the Hokage, boy. As Naruto feels the tone, but he just ignores it for now. As he again gets taken to the Hokage office. Time skip Hokage office. Tsunade is sitting by a table. Jiraiya is hiding. He's just hiding. Naruto then says, oh, Bachan, why did you call me? Is there a mission or something? Tsunade then says, no, Naruto. Naruto, there's some things that have come up in the village. Naruto then looks up at Tsunade. Naruto, you are hereby banished from the Hidden Leaf Village. Naruto then says, oh, so it finally happened. Tsunade is shocked, surprised, but what do you mean? Naruto then says, I'm not as dumb as people think. I'm the smartest person. My IQ is higher than Nara. The hell? I only acted dumb so that these people won't bother me. Just in case the demon bride is becoming smart, Naruto says. So Naruto then says, oh, so they've decided to banish me. Very well. I hereby, ask to pull out the Namikaze and Uzumaki clans and, all the funding which is supposed to be in their accounts. Can I have it? As Tsunade then nods. As she takes Naruto to the safe where Naruto, sees the Namikaze scroll, which is the compound, and then there's also another scroll which is, the Uzumaki, like the cushion as well, like what she had, when she was a Konoichi, and Minato as well. So, Tsunade then gives Naruto, the access to the bank accounts, as Naruto immediately transfers all the funds out of those bank accounts, as he then erases those accounts like they're no longer existing. He removes them. So Naruto then says, can I also have the scroll of sealing? It's mine, because it was made by Mito Uzumaki and it belongs to any Uzumaki who is in the Leaf Village. So Tsunade really didn't know this, but she gives Naruto the scroll because it's law. So Naruto then seals all these things in a scroll. He then summons Kamabunta. As Naruto then tells Kamabunta that it has finally happened. As Kamabunta then nods. As he then gives Naruto, a frog tattoo on his shoulder. As Gamabunta then puffs away. Naruto then says, Jiraiya, you can come out, I see you. Jiraiya then pokes his head and says, Kaki, you've gotten better. His then says, I've always been better, but I just never really showed my skills to people. Naruto says. So Naruto then says his goodbyes to Tsunade and Jiraiya. He says, no, I don't really want anyone else to know that I'm going. So Naruto then dips from the village. Time skip. A day later, Danzo's root Anbu are searching for Naruto like crazy. Danzo, is shrinking in anger. Damn that brat. He thought he was not gonna leave so soon. Damn it, Danzo says to himself. So with Naruto before he left, of course Naruto left at night, he headed over to the Uchiha compound. The Uchiha compound. Naruto heads over to the Uchiha compound on instructions by the Kyuubi. Flashback. Naruto, you need to take some things with you before you leave the village, the Kyuubi says. And what are those, Kyuubi sensei? You need to go and take the Gunbai, the Wolfen. It was hidden by Madara Uchiha in the Uchiha district. And you also need to get some eyes, some Uchiha eyes, the Kyuubi says. But why do I need Uchiha eyes? For you to gain the Sharingan, the Kyuubi says to Naruto. Which Naruto then nods. As he heads over to the compound. He goes to the place where Madara hid his Gunbai. So he then takes the Gunbai as he seals it in a scroll. And he also finds the Yatamara, the katana which is there, a Yatamara. I'm not sure if I say it correctly, but yeah, something like that. So Naruto then heads over to the Uchiha graves as he goes to a grave of Fugaku Uchiha. Naruto then digs up the grave using a jutsu as he then takes out Fugaku Uchiha's eyes. Because they use the preservation jutsu to keep the bodies intact. Naruto then takes out the eyes as he puts back Fugaku's body back down into his grave and goes. With Naruto currently is on his journey to Wave Village, to the Wave Naruto village. He's heading over to Wave. Naruto then arrives, at the Great Naruto Bridge as Naruto then walks upon it. The bridge after me. I'm gonna hate destroying this bridge, Naruto says to himself as he continues walking. Time skip at Wave. Naruto arrived at Wave, as everyone saw him, the hero is back, everyone says, as they start cheering for Naruto, thanking him for freeing them. As Naruto then says, it's okay. As Naruto then goes over to Tazuna. So Tazuna's daughter, Tazunami, is now the Wave Daimyo. Yeah, she's the Wave Daimyo now. So Naruto then heads over to Tazunami, as he then tells Tazunami, he tells Tazunami about him being banished. Tazunami then says, so I think I'm gonna have to cut the alliance with him, Tazunami says. As Naruto says, no, not yet. I have some plans that need to be fulfilled first before we, cut the alliance with Konoha. Which Tazunami then nods. So Naruto then heads over to the hospital which is there. There's some some ninjas there. So Naruto then tells a nurse at the hospital that he wants to have an eye transplant. So the nurse then does the operation on Naruto, giving him Fugaku Uchiha's eyes. It takes about 2 days to heal them with the help of the Kyuubi chakra as well. Time skip after 2 days. Naruto takes off the bandages as he opens his eyes. So the eyes are black. So Naruto then channels chakra into the eyes, as a single Tamoi appears. Naruto then pumps a bit more chakra as 2 more Tamoi appear. As Naruto then concentrates, as he's trying to find his deepest and darkest pain, memory. As he sees it, when he was stabbed by Kakashi when he was a young boy. Naruto remembers his photographic memory. So his eyes start spinning wildly as he eventually gains the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan in his eyes. Because I just skip to the eternal Mangekyo. He's gonna later gain the Renegan, but nah. Yeah, he might gain the Renegan, I'm not sure. Depends with you guys. So Naruto's eyes, he feels the power oozing from his eyes. As the Kaiben says, Naruto, don't let the power pull you in. You must use the power, don't let it consume you. Naruto then understands what the Kyuubi is saying as he then turns off his eyes. So Naruto then goes outside as he makes a hand seal. As clones appear. Naruto then tells these clones to study everything that his parents left him. So the clones unseal the Namikaze compound, in the way in wave, because he had been given a plot by Tsunami. He then unseals the compound. He then sends his clones to the library and tells them to read everything on sealing, jutsu, genjutsu, everything. So these are like the key things which Naruto is gonna have in his arsenal. He's gonna have, Bojutsu, which like Sarutobi, the third Hokage, he uses the bow staff, but he's gonna be in this in case of the Gunbai. He's gonna have Kenjutsu for the Yatamara, the sword. He's also gonna try and master Genjutsu because now he has the Sharingan. He's also gonna have, ninjutsu. When he gains the Renegan, you have, all 5 elements. Right now he has, wind and water and earth, 3 down, 2 left. So back to the story. Naruto sent his clones to the library, to his parents' library. So the clones, go to the library and start reading. Some of the clones are cleaning. Naruto then makes another 2000 shadow clones to master everything that the other clones have learned. So Naruto then goes over, to Tazuna's house, like it's Tazunami's office. It's like, yeah, the office also there. And then goes there, he sees, some samurai, there. So, and then goes over to Tazunami, he then tells Tazunami, that Naruto wants it to manage his accounts. So that, no money will go missing. Which Tazunami then nods, to Naruto. Because, Naruto has given him authority to manage his accounts. So, time skip a month. Naruto's clones have mastered everything. Everything which was in his parents' library, all the jutsus and everything, genjutsu. He's also mastered, the gunbai. Because, the gunbai is a weapon which was forged by the sage of the 6 parts. So, Naruto has mastered everything. He knows how to control his Sharingan properly. He can read people's movements. He can copy jutsu. He can use, the imperfect Susanoo, like the one which is like the bone one, not the perfect Susanoo, but the semi-perfect Susanoo. He has also mastered his Sharingan abilities. He has Koto Matsukami, Tsukuyomi, what else is there? Amaterasu, the flame control one. Yeah, so he has all abilities of the Sharingan. He also discovered another ability of his Sharingan, the Izanagi or Izanami, I think. He can use it, without him going blind or losing his eye. So, thanks to the Kyuubi, he has a healing factor. So, yeah. So, Naruto then tells Tsunami that, he's gonna go over to Snow Country. He's a person that he wants to go and see in Snow Country. So, the person wants to go and see, I think it's Kyoku, like she's like the daimyo of Snow Country. So, Naruto then takes out a 3-pronged kunai. Because, Minato, his father, like put his 3-pronged kunai, around all nations. Just in case a war was to break out, he could, take his forces and, deal with them fast. So, Naruto then disappeared in a yellow flash. As he appeared outside Snow Country in a yellow flash. Naruto then puts his kunai in his pouch as he walks into Snow Country. In Snow Country with Naruto. Naruto has been walking around in Snow Country. admiring all the technology and everything. So rather than thinks to himself, because Naruto has an ambition. I'll tell you his ambition later. So Naruto then walks around in Snow Country as he eventually reaches the castle which is in Snow Country. As he then sees the guards which say, "Halt, who are you?" And then says, "Oh, I'm Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. I'm being expected by Princess Kyoku." Which the guard then goes inside, he then comes and says, "Oh, sorry Namikaze-san, please come in." So Naruto then walks inside. So guys, I'm gonna leave this video. I'm gonna post part 2 if we can get about 10 likes on this video. I'll post part 2 immediately. Thank you for the support, guys. We're almost at 700 subscribers. I haven't checked my subscriber count, but yeah, I think we're almost there. 1000 by the end of the year, maybe. Not sure, but yeah. Thank you for the support, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.